Hello Manchester United family. Brilliant £82.9 double deal on for Man United with talks advancing over summer signing number 1. Manchester United soon hope to get the green light to sign Geovany Quenda after a journalist revealed talks over his signing were progressing, while a second deal with Sporting Lisbon also looks to be on the cards in a blockbuster double £82.9 million deal. The Red Devils have failed to find the winning touch since Amorim took charge, and the club actually find themselves 2 positions worse off, 15th versus 13th, in the Premier League than they did when the 40-year-old took over from Erik ten Hag back in November. And with just 9 wins from 22 games to his name, Manchester United currently have a disappointing 40.91 win percentage record since his appointment. Much of the struggles can be attributed to a lack of quality in their squad, and it is fair to say that Amorim has a major rebuilding job on his hands. It's also a fair assessment that the 3-4-2-1 formation Amorim insists on playing is not suited to the players at his disposal, a system that has drawn loud complaints from their players and been branded insanity by some pundits. As a result, signing players adept at playing such a way will be crucial this summer, and having already signed a new left wing-back in Patrick Dorgu in January, talks are now progressing over a right-sided equivalent in Quenda. The 17-year-old has already verbally agreed terms over the move, and now journalist Ben Jacobs has provided an update on talks to bring the player to Old Trafford from Sporting Lisbon. Talks are advancing, but not necessarily advanced, because Manchester United are sticking to their number, the journalist told Gimsport. And at the moment, as you would expect, Sporting are doing the same as well. So there has been a little bit of an impasse, but Jorge Mendes is directly involved in negotiations, and because the player has a desire to join Manchester United, they remain hopeful that something can get done. They see appeal in a talented teenager who can join when he's 18 and can play right wing or right wing back. However, Quenda is not the only sporting star United are casting envious eyes at, and now reports in Portugal claim the Red Devils have also intensified their hunt for his teammate, Morten Jolmand. Man United transfers: how much double deal for Quenda, Jolmand will cost. The Denmark international thrived under Amorim's management, particularly excelling in his 3-4-2-1 formation, and a player deemed perfect to play at the base of that midfield. And while the 25-year-old has a prohibitive €80 million, £66.4 million, $83.8 million, clause in his contract, Jornal de Noticias reports that Sporting are now willing to agree a move for a much lower fee this summer. Their report states Jolmand is one of the Lions' main assets and one of the players with the highest market value. According to what JN has learned, the Dane has several clubs interested and in the corridors of Al-Velati. Exclusive: Man United made mistake with Ruben Amorim after claims he wants to quit the club. Ruben Amorim's Manchester United tenure continues to limp out of the gates, and this ex-Premier League pro believes hiring the 40-year-old mid-season was an error. Manchester United should have brought want-away boss Ruben Amorim to Old Trafford in the summer, not mid-season, says Clinton Morrison. A string of dismal results saw previous head coach Erik ten Hag relieved of his duties in October last year, and the decision was made that Sporting CP's prodigious Amorim would be handed the reins just a few months into the current Premier League season. While many expected things on the pitch to pick up immediately, they simply have not. Amorim has won just 4 of his first 15 league matches, and the Red Devils sit a lowly 15th in the table, not a million miles off the relegation places. Morrison, who played nearly 100 top-flight matches for the likes of Birmingham City and Crystal Palace, believes that the Portuguese coach should have been installed to begin a new campaign, as he now lacks the players capable of thriving in his system, amid claims he could be eyeing up the eject button. If they wanted to bring in Ruben Amorim, they should have brought him in the summer, Morrison admitted, speaking to freebets.com. Instead of letting Erik ten Hag stay another season and bring his players in at the start of the season. And then now sacking him, and then Ruben Amorim having to work with the players who probably don't understand his system, or they're not getting it at the moment. So it's kind of a difficult one. I think with Man United, maybe they should have made that choice early on. Now, some of those players he's brought in, I'm just saying, not good enough for Man United Football Club. And that's not being disrespectful. Morrison pointed out that key areas on the pitch, namely Amorim's beloved wing-back role, central midfield, and the number 9 position, are weaker at Old Trafford compared to what the 40-year-old was working with in Portugal. They're going to have to suffer, Man United fans, Morrison continued. It's going to take 2 or 3 transfer windows until Ruben Amorim can get the players, and people can buy into how he wants to play. So it's going to be a struggle. Coming in and changing his style so quickly, the players haven't adjusted. They don't have wingbacks that can go and do the job that his wingbacks were doing at Sporting Lisbon. They don't have the 2 center midfielders that can cover the ground. They don't have a center forward like Victor Gyökeres. There's a whole lot of things. Presenter Richard Keys has also piled further misery upon the out-of-sorts boss by suggesting that Amorim wants to leave Manchester just 3 months after his arrival. They've, Man United, got a manager who clearly doesn't want to be there, Keys wrote on his blog. It's never been as bad as it is now. I genuinely want to see United. Talks are advancing. Ben Jacobs provides Geovany Quenda transfer update, including Manchester United desire. Manchester United are preparing for the summer transfer window. After making 3 new signings in January, including the arrival of Patrick Dorgu, Manchester United are trying to solve financial issues to make room for more recruits. This has led to the devastating news that a further 200 United employees will be made redundant as part of Ineos' so-called transformation plan, which follows on from the 250 redundancies previously announced. Although United have financial concerns to address, the media has continued linking the club with an array of transfer targets. Ruben Amorim will hope to have funds available to strengthen key areas of the team. United need a goal-scorer, central midfielders, another wing-back and possibly reinforcements at the heart of defense. Geovany Quenda wants Manchester United transfer. Amorim stuck to his promise that he would not sign any of his former players from Sporting CP in January. The gentleman's agreement was honored, but it remains to be seen if it will still be in place this summer. United have been linked with several Sporting stars, including Victor Gyökeres, who could fix the goal-scoring problem that exists in the current team. Another Sporting talent on United's radar is Geovany Quenda. The exciting Portuguese talent was one of 27 academy players Amorim handed debuts to at Sporting, and it sounds like he is keen to follow his former coach to Old Trafford. Respected reporter Ben Jacobs has now provided an update on Quenda and suggests the player has a desire to join United. Previous reports suggest personal terms would not be an issue for Quenda or United. Speaking to Give Me Sport, Jacobs stressed that talks are advancing for Quenda. Talks are advancing, but not necessarily advanced, because Manchester United are sticking to their number. And at the moment, as you would expect, Sporting are doing the same as well. So there has been a little bit of an impasse, but Jorge Mendes is directly involved in negotiations, and because the player has a desire to join Manchester United, they remain hopeful that something can get done. They see appeal in a talented teenager who can join when he's 18, and can play right wing or right wing back. Quenda is showing signs that his head has been turned, and he's got one of the best agents in world football to help try secure the move of his dreams. With Jorge Mendes actively involved in talks, this is the biggest sign yet to Quenda will be leaving Sporting at the end of the summer. Quenda's intentions are clear ahead of the transfer window. Manchester United eye another wing-back. United added Dorgu to the squad in January because the squad didn't have a single wing-back option. It was a crucial addition, but more is needed, because United now have a coach who relies on wingbacks in his preferred 3-4-2-1 system. United's first. Not recognizing a legend in Sir Alex Ferguson's car park issue, inside Sir Jim Ratcliffe's first year at Manchester United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe officially became co-owner of Man United a year ago, but the feel-good factor was brief, and to many who have served the club, it is now unrecognizable. "I need a hug," the Manchester United figure said to a colleague at halftime at Goodison Park. There is little warmth about their club amid the callous cost-cutting initiated by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe is more than a year in at United, and his tenure as co-owner has been marked by an FA Cup triumph, United's sweetest in the competition since 1996. But it is an era hitherto renowned for penny pinching, a manager's sacking the worst United team in 51 years. The club held a staff meeting on Monday that confirmed up to 200 more staff members will be made redundant as part of a transformation plan to further reduce costs and raise revenues. United have lost £300 million in the past 3 years. Ineos were approached for comment on this piece. Just like the Glazers, Jim Ratcliffe's AC***T bellowed United supporters in the Putney End at Fulham. The MUTV commentators did not even mention Ratcliffe when the broadcasters cut to him, looking anxiously in the United fans' direction from the lavish riverside stand at Craven Cottage. Ratcliffe had become accustomed to United fans approaching him for selfies. He enters Old Trafford via the Stretford End Tunnel, walks along the Sir Bobby Charlton stand and up the gangway towards the director's lounge. He always receives requests for pictures and always obliges. On the night of the Fulham game, Ratcliffe assumed some fans wanted another picture. Instead, they called him a B********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** T, and a F**********G P******* K, for hiking ticket prices to £66. That unprecedented mid-season measure has been a call to arms for matchgoers. There is an undeniable dichotomy at United. There's no Ineos and United, it's just United, a club source said earlier this season. There's Ineos and then there's United, another club source said more recently. Ratcliffe attended another fans' advisory board meeting at Carrington recently. Consultation is already underway between the fan representatives and the club on ticket prices and policies for next season. FAB members have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. The United chief executive Omar Barada sent an email last week to warn staff that leaking sensitive information could be regarded as gross misconduct. That missive was then leaked. More redundancies were mooted months ago. Before they hit the press 2 weeks ago, some time-served staff had decided they had had enough. It's thole, one bluntly said. Others were appalled that the news surfaced on the same day of Denis Law's funeral at Manchester Cathedral, which was coordinated by 2 former United employees who left the club last year. They had also overseen the funeral of long-serving United receptionist Kath.